No one's slick as Gaston, no one's quick as Gaston, no one's next as incredibly thick as Gaston. There's no man in town if it's Mandy.
Perfect, a pure paragon.
You can ask any Tom, Dick, or Stanley, and they'll tell you whose team they prefer to be on. Who plays? Dogs like Gaston. Who breaks hearts like Gaston. Who's much more than the sum of his parts like Gaston. As a specimen, yes, an intimidating.
When you're told you're going to be this duo, does it click immediately, or do you sit down and figure out what will work and what might not?
We didn't. I think we just let it unfold, and we knew that we were going to get on because we just knew that straight away when we saw each other and started chatting, making each other laugh straight away, and the rest just naturally, organically grew, and there was then conversations about the scenes and how we would maybe place some stuff, and some of the funny moments we have in the film were complete improvised.
Came literally out of just our banter, and that's the fun of it, is taking these iconic characters, but bringing sort of new depth to them, and also discovering new elements between you. And there was this great banter between the two of us, where in the first movie, Gaston literally uses Lefou as a punching bag all the time. And so we wanted to bring a little bit more wit to the affair, and it's completely changed comedically.
Where it really began for me, just my obsession with the movie, was the first time I saw it, when I was about 8 years old, and it's been my favorite Disney animation ever since. So when I got the call, about being a part of this one, I was just sort of so thrilled and excited, and I think it sort of plugged into that 8-year-old inside of me that was, just obsessed with the original.
When you're performing, what is physically there? Are you on set?
You do a lot of it in the studio. You just your vocal work, and then they video you doing your vocal work, and then they go away and they do their magic, and then for me I did the vocal work over a course of 2 years.
Yeah, we were like sort of long gaps in between, where more of the rest of the sort of animation was coming together.
Bill and I worked together on an HBO pilot years ago called Tilda, with Diane Keaton, and I fell in love with him then. I think he is one of the most talented directors I have ever had the pleasure of working with. And what's amazing about Bill is he can do an amazingly big canvas style movie like Beauty and the Beast, but bring such intimacy to it, so that all of the characters and all of the moments, regardless of how amazingly big the scope and the scale of it is, feels like it's right here, and it's all thought out, and everything has detail to it, which I think is incredible, and it's a great talent.
Yeah, I agree. I've known of Bill and his work for a long time, and we tried to meet a few times, and it hadn't happened. And the first time I got to meet him, finally, it was all like, we walked in the room, it was like, well, finally we get to meet. I'm going to sing for you.
It was kind of fun for me, particularly with my character Plumette, because she was called Fifi in the original. She looked quite different. She sort of looked more like a sort of mop, sort of ostrich character, and now she's more like a sort of light, sort of dove almost, So it was kind of fun, that they had taken, a bit of a different imaginative leap with her, which was really cool.
Yeah, and I think same thing with my character, that there was more backstory with her, and you see more of her sort of diva-ish qualities, and why she became the wardrobe, and it's pretty obvious. So for me, that was great to have that little change.
I am curious for you, years and years from now, what advice do you have to the person stepping into the live-action Olaf?
I hope I don't live that long. It's what's actually going to be really interesting is not years and years from now. It's going to be next year when they do the Olaf Broadway show. I'm so excited to see what that looks like. And the truth is in my mind, I saw Robin Williams as the genie in Aladdin, and nobody could ever replace that. And then watching James Iglehart in the Broadway version of Aladdin and changing the archetype so completely, it just shows you how rich these characters, in these incredible Disney movies are, and how much you can explore them and how you can find new ways to approach them. So I can't wait to see what a new actor brings to the role. I'm excited that I don't have to wear a snowman outfit on stage 8 shows a week, but I can't wait to see the person who does take that on.
Have you really read every one of these books?
Some of them are in Greek.
True as it can be. Rising in